Hi everyone, welcome back to Coding with Bharat channel. So let's cover the sixth round now that I faced in these interviews, which was kind of like a rapid fire on all the computer science fundamentals round, right? So this is more of a technical screen round. A lot of companies did go for it. So what they essentially did was it was a 1 hour round and they threw random questions on me, like what is TCP versus UDP, what is thread versus process, which of the algorithm amongst TCP or UDP you will use in this particular scenario. What is sharding? What is replication, right? So, almost everything that is encapsulated in the world of computer science that could be asked in these rounds, right? So, that might look scary, but the good thing is you are not expected to know everything. So, in these kind of rounds, generally it's a screening that you have some knowledge of the fundamentals of CS. So, what all you can probably think about can be there in this round. Things like operating systems, processes, threads, paging, scheduling algorithms, disk, hard disk, how it is managed, DBMS, concepts about transactions, different isolation levels, writing some basic SQL queries, indices, normalization, right? What is Elasticsearch, different kinds of databases that are there, networking, again, socket programming, protocols, what is a packet, how do you ensure that a packet reliably reaches a destination, right? What is a client server architecture, how websites are served. So that all comes under networking. Then some concepts of high level design for scaling, like replication, sharding, what are load balancers, what different kinds of load balancers are there, what is a CDN, some basics around concurrency, right? Like what is pessimistic locking versus optimistic locking, right? So those kind of things. Similarly for oops, you might be asked what a static number, what is static variable is, what a volatile variable is, what is abstract class, what are interfaces, right? So those kind of things. Last, anything and everything related to deployment, DevOps, security, right? Even I was asked what are the difference between microservices and monolithic architecture, what are the different security patterns that are there in the cloud world, right? So this encapsulates almost everything that comes under CS, right? Okay, so this might look daunting to prepare, but actually you don't need to do anything major. First thing that you need to do, you need to be good in the subjects of OS DBMS networks that are taught in your college, right? So if you are very familiar with it, good. If it is not taught well, make sure at least you learn it via some external resources, right? Second, you develop an end-to-end project and deploy it and probably try to mock scale it. So even if you don't mock scale it, that's perfectly okay, especially if you are a beginner or a fresher. Even if you deploy an end-to-end project on any particular web server and put that link, you'll automatically be familiar with what goes into deployment, what goes into deploying a database, server, front end, whatever, right? So yeah, develop an end-to-end project with front end, back end, database, and deploy it. Third, whenever you are doing these two things, make sure that you have a good set of notes for your revision. Best that you can do here is take part in some open source contribution or become part of something like GSOC. So fourth advice here would be, if you can, go for something like GSOC, because that will actually tell you these things in much more depth that you can then you can learn by via probably some small course, right? Cool then. So that is about the fifth round, which was sorry, the sixth round, which was the rapid fire round. I'll talk about the last and seventh round, which is behavioral round in the next video, which is actually a very important round as well.